Just two adjacent girls living in a lovely world. They took a podcast train going anywhere, but kind of specifically through Austin, Texas. Yeah, hook 'em horns.
Adjacent. Very near, next to, or touching. Our tailgate is adjacent to the left field fence. ADJACENT. Adjacent.
Welcome back, y'all. Welcome to Adjacent. We're here at Record ATX, and we are so excited. We have met a new friend, and she's going to be building a new legacy with us, hopefully, right?
Very excited.
So exciting.
Who do we have in studio today?
We have Danielle Cobb, best friend to Coulter's behavioral therapist.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's great.
And they're both Danielle, so it's double D. Double D.
That's what people say.
And she's beautiful. And we met face to face at Matt's. And
sorry about that.
Well, we were at Matt's, and some of our friends.
Our meeting got a little hijacked.
Got hijacked by people that just wanted to engage with Danielle. They were like, "Who are you?"
I was like, Shelly, I think we lost the deal.
No. Everything is always as it should be.
Yeah,
I've learned.
Oh, I love that. That's so good.
So I think what we're going to find, we immediately fell in love with your energy, and just you have this spiritual aura about you that I am so excited about people getting to know you. I've been looking at all your social media. I haven't checked out the interviews. I have to check out the interviews.
They're good.
Yes. But tell us a little, we're just going to get kind of deep dive into people getting to know you before you go into this new adventure. So tell us a little bit about growing up as a child. What was it like growing up for you?
Yeah, so it's interesting, like, having this conversation now because of all the work that I've done, but my childhood I was adopted at birth to a lovely family that, much like the rest of us, just flailing through life, doing the best that they can, never were parents before and had their own set of issues. And it was kind of a dark home. And it was, I just learned how to kind of fall in line and be good girl. And, mom had her set of, struggles, and dad did too. And I just kind of learned to fade in the background and just, that was my MO. And it wasn't bad, it was just lonely. It was lonely.
Was it just you and your parent?
Just me and my parents.
Okay.
Yeah.
That can be lonely.
Yeah.
Being an only child.
And I'm exploring this now because I have 4 sisters, 3 sisters and 2 brothers, sorry. And that all kind of grew up together-ish, and I didn't, right? And so I remember being a kid and being like, man, I really wish I had a sister to, like, play with, or, and so anyways, yeah, I mean, that's what childhood was like. My mom was so loving, and I think just because of the way she grew up, she had her own things to work through, and she was with a partner who was extremely avoidant, and that just kind of stirred up her stuff. And
Were your siblings, are your siblings older or younger?
I'm the very youngest.
Okay.
Yeah, only one adopted, very youngest.
Wow, interesting. Okay. Well, and I mean, I know you're spiritual. I am as well. I feel like your body probably knew there was something out there.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel
like
that way?
A connection. You felt there was something connecting you out there, like your siblings.
Yeah.
Like you were missing out on.
Totally.
Like, yeah. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I knew about them. But what's interesting is I just didn't have, I think I was so afraid of exploring that. And I also was so devout to my mom that I think I created this, like, I can't play in that playground because then that means I'm, not loyal to my mom. Right?
Wow. Very interesting dynamic.
Yeah. As a kid, I don't know where it came from because my mom was she taught me what adoption was through, like, stuffed turtles. So like she was very open and she pushed that a
Yeah.
lot, but there was this sense of loyalty I had to her that
But you chose me.
yeah.
You chose me. You
Yeah.
chose this.
I don't want you to think I don't love you if I
Right.
explore this thing or that you're not my mom, you know?
Yeah.
So I kind of carried that until after I got sober and then started to like slowly explore that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That did you are your adoptive parents still with us?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
And did you ever know your bio parents?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, she just reached out to me recently. And we had this really cool conversation, but she's carried the burden of this for her whole life, you know, and she's been in and out of addiction forever. And running from herself is kind of the essence that I have gotten from her.
Yeah.
Which I fully understand.
Yeah.
But she, you know, she told me the story of when, because in the beginning, my mom went to her like doctor's appointments before I was born. And then after I was born, which I still need to do some investigating. I don't know how long or how close she was for the first few years, but she was around-ish.
Okay.
And she told me a story about being in Target and I was throwing a fit. My mom who adopted me took me in the dressing room, was like, Danielle, get it together. And I was like, I want my real mom, you know? And Mary said at that moment, that's my birth mom, she was like, I need to like step out of this situation and allow her to like parent and just fully be integrated and like,
Right.
this is your mom, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, man, Danielle,
Yeah.
that is
Wow,
a heavy,
that's so much.
heavy. I mean, knowing all of that so young, that's heavy.
That is heavy. That is
Oh,
heavy.
man.
And so then you went through some struggles yourself as you were growing up, and you wanted, you know, that's part of what your journey is that you're going to tell us about in your podcasting is some of the journey that you went through and how you've come out on this brighter, healthier side. So during that time as you were growing up, and obviously you have kind of a foundation of challenges, you know, then you kind of had other challenges in your life. So what were some things that were a challenge to you as you were kind of coming through all of this, navigating all of this?
Yeah, you know, my struggles were layered. And as I said earlier, I've done a lot of looking back in retrospect and learned like there's a lot of trauma that happens in utero, right?
Yeah.
And
Their trauma
yes,
is in your body.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what I've been connecting with lately is that, you know, here is this woman who has birthed 3 other girls who, you know, is now carrying this baby that she's decided she's going to give away after having the experience of, you know, having 3 other kids, and how you subconsciously are disconnecting from this baby
and
right?
vitro.
Yeah. And all that comes with that, right? And a lot of compassion for that, because I mean, I can't say I wouldn't do the same thing where it's like I can't connect because I'm going to be giving this baby away. And but I just remember growing up and I always felt like everything was so like intense or like emotionally, you know, and everything. So I don't even necessarily think it was so much my childhood as it was just like all the things put together. Like I was born with, I'm an alcoholic, and that's something that I'll get to as well, which is a disease of the mind. It's a spiritual malady and it manifests in, you know, finding this thing that is the solution, right? And so I just always felt intense emotion, intense, like a need to cope really, really young. And so I started using food as a kid. I was very, very overweight and obese as a kid for many, many, many years. And so, you know, that, and then I found drugs and alcohol, and it was like, oh, thank God. It was like this relief that I had been looking for my whole life. And it was fun for a while, you know, and I had a good time, and I didn't suffer too many consequences at first. And I was just doing what kids did, you know? And, but my friends started to stop and get their life together, and I didn't. And I dropped out of high school with a credit and a half left. And then I started my working career, and then I'm bartending, and, and it just snowballed from there.
Right.
And one day I woke up and I was 21 and I hadn't drawn a sober breath in like 5 years, and had retired to harder drugs and didn't have a job, and this man was taking care of me. And I mean, it was just like, what happened?
Yeah.
Right.
What happened? So
Yeah.
Is that when it, like, at 21, you had the insight to go, what's going on here? Wow.
Yeah, yep. It went on a little bit longer than that.
Sure. But a light switch at 21.
You're starting to go,
Yes. This isn't normal.
Not what I need. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so how did you dig your way out of all of the addiction and
Yeah. So a couple of my girlfriends whom I'm still friends with today, that I grew up with, went to my mom and said, Danielle's not well. We don't know what to do. And so they had like a little mini intervention. And at this point, I was so tired. I didn't want to be living this way anyways. I just didn't know how to get out.
Yeah. Right.
And I ended up going to treatment at this little place west of Waco. And I didn't even know people got sober. I just come from a family of people who party, and that's just totally normal. And
I hear that a lot.
Yeah.
I hear that a lot, is that people don't really... Now I think it's... A lot of people are talking about sobriety and living a clean life and such. And it's like, I'm glad the conversation's being had, because I do think people don't realize there's another way.
Totally.
Yeah.
I mean, you're just on this this rat race, and there just seems to be no exit door. You know, it's like I would decide I'm not doing this anymore. I'm going to get my shit together. And then I would find myself in the same pattern over and over and over again. So I needed separation. I went to treatment, and I was introduced to a 12-step program, and I was from DFW, and my counselor in treatment was like, how about you go to Austin? And I was like, sure. I had painted the town red in Dallas. I didn't really want to go back anyways. And so I loaded up my dad's truck after treatment with the little belongings that I had, and I moved, and I didn't know a soul here.
Wow, how brave.
Yeah, I mean, I felt like it was where I was supposed to be. And so it didn't feel so scary,
Have you ever heard the saying, I love this saying, you can't heal where you got sick.
Yeah.
And so it's like you have to disconnect. You need some space. To get that. And so that gave you that opportunity. How old were you at this time?
24.
24. Oh, it's such a baby.
Yeah, 24.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
Oh, yeah. Didn't have a clue, but we were heading Austin.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Wow.
I know, I was young. It's crazy. So I end up in sober living, and fast forward, I didn't stay sober then. I went out again for 9 months, but I crawled my way back in 9 months later, which thank God it didn't take so long. What I've learned is women crash quicker than men do. Thank God. We go hard and fast, and most of us crash faster. But I found my way back to Austin again, and because I just knew, I was like, something is going to happen here,
When you relapsed, did you go back to Dallas?
I did, yeah. I left everything again. I crawled my way back to Mom's house, and, I was miserable because I knew, I was like, I'm not supposed to be here.
Yeah.
I'm not supposed to be doing this, And I had this experience of peace and gratitude and looking forward to life sober, and so I had a taste of that, and then now I'm like, this is horrible, so I found my way back. This woman had that I lived in sober living with, she was an older woman, and she said, hey, I got a 2-bedroom house, and I would love for you to come live with me. And it's so crazy how God works, because I didn't see a way back to Austin. I was like, what am I going to do? They're not going to let me back in sober living. I don't know anybody. And then she calls me randomly.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And
I love those moments.
I know.
I love that. And I love that you were open and receptive to it.
Yeah.
That's
I was
amazing.
yearning to be here. And so I get here, and I've been sober since of 10 years.
Congratulations.
This past May.
Oh
Thank
my
you. It's crazy. Yeah.
Wow.
Just becomes a part of your life.
Yeah.
Just like anything else.
Yeah.
It's like breathing. But I had to work for it at first, it didn't come easy. I got sober and then all my other stuff came to the surface, it was like, oh, here's the eating disorder. Oh, here's, relationship. Here's people pleasing. Here's all these things that have been coping strategies for me that are that no longer serve me, but I'm meeting myself face to face with these things. And, that's why when people if you're an alcoholic, you get sober, life doesn't get better first. It gets worse.
Yeah.
Because I'm the problem and I have all these things that are standing in the way.
I need to do some work.
Yeah. And alcohol was the solution to me, And so then started the journey of just like a knee deep in an eating disorder that was just like crippling.
Wow.
And I had so much shame around that, more shame around that than I did about being a drug addict. Like it was like pitiful, incomprehensible demoralization, just like so stuck.
Yeah.
And I finally got brought to my knees. Life is just a series of surrenders is just how I feel. It's like you fight life. And then it's like, okay, I'm tired,
Yeah.
And then you grow, right? And it's just like all these little mini micro decisions and surrenders that lead you to where we're sitting today.
For everybody.
For everyone.
everybody.
Every
For
single
everybody.
person on this
It's like-
planet.
So you have to be willing to surrender.
Yes. And be awake enough to see what's standing in the way,
Yeah.
And it's 100%. It's the human condition. It's not just limited to addicts or alcoholics. And so anyways,
It is the human condition. And I think people that I know that have struggled with addiction, they think that they're the only people that, it's like, well, we all have this. We
Oh
all
my
have this
gosh.
situation.
we're all here fighting the ego back to the light,
Exactly.
Like it is just, and the ego is dressed in all kinds of different flavors for
Oh my
everyone,
God.
It's just, that is the fight, is
You
fighting
are
through
speaking the
that.
truth.
Yeah.
I know.
Because we
love
think
it.
that we can control things. And in the
Yes.
end,
Yeah.
we can't control
Yeah.
I mean, one of
any
my
of it.
surrenders is managing Jody's calendar, and now I can't, and I have to deal with the fact
She
that
really works at trying to manage me. And then I'm like, no, I'm not going to be managed.
Yep.
I'm like a
Yeah.
impetuous child.
Well, you're one of her biggest teachers, right? Because
Oh,
controls
yeah.
probably shows up all over your life.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And you're
Well, I
doing all
rebel.
of these. Yep.
Yeah,
Like not doing that.
Yep.
yeah.
Totally. I'm gonna
And she
fight
is,
you.
but you're right. She's one of the best teachers for
Uh-huh.
me because, regardless, I love her, and we're stuck together. So it's
Yeah.
like, oh, you're not gonna bend.
Yep.
You're not gonna look at your Google Calendar ever.
I have been looking at it.
I love it. It's so true.
We've compromised. I like the terms that you're using, the surrender, and how
I love
life is a
surrender.
series of surrenders.
Mm,
And
so
you have to
true.
be willing to surrender.
Yes.
Because sometimes you'll go down in a flame
Oh my God.
Yeah.
if you do not just, just
Oh my
take it. So I guess it's my
Yes.
time to surrender.
Yes.
I can't believe that you realized this so young.
So young, the clarity. There's two series that I did spiritual work. One was called Stuck, and the next one was called Surrender.
Stop.
And it was like
yes.
it was so powerful that it was like, yeah,
Yeah.
those two things. Yeah.
It's so, it really is. And I just have so much compassion for the human race. Like, we all come down here. It's my belief that we all come down here with these soul corrections, right? And mine happen to be what I'm talking about, and yours is something different, and yours is something different. And so every person in our life, we knew we were going to be in relation with, right? Like, I chose my family. I chose all the relationships I was going to be in before I came down here because I knew that they were going to mirror something in me that needed to be corrected, And that concept and that truth just like it took the responsibility off of everyone else and it put it on me, And it took away the blame. Like, it's not it has nothing to do with you and everything
Nothing.
to do with my own development, you know?
Mhm.
And I think the biggest fight of the ego is like, I think that life should go a certain way and life is just unfolding. And my constant resistance to life is the problem.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know?
Yeah.
There is an unfolding happening, whether I participate in it or I go with it or not.
Exactly.
You know? And
It's happening around you,
yes.
whether you're here for it or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you going to ride the wave or are you going to ride against the wave? Because
Yeah.
that's hard.
Yeah.
You know? So,
Wow.
Wow.
so yeah.
For you to
Such
have that
insight.
insight, I feel like I agree.
Mhm.
I think I came to that realization at 50,
Mm.
not at,
Right.
you know, so young.
Right. Right.
Wow, what are you going to do with this knowledge? And,
My mom says
it's
that all
so
the time.
exciting that
She's
you
like,
have this
yeah.
this so young and this beautiful voice and this willingness to share. I can't wait to watch.
Well, and I think what it does by doing that is it empowers you
Mhm.
instead of being a just a victim of your circumstances.
Mhm.
You actually have more power than you think. And then once you take that power back and you're like, okay, I'm going to be part of this
Mhm.
path that I've
I'm gonna-
created. I'm going to get through it.
Yeah.
And then when you are up against those relationships that aren't healthy, you can pivot faster
Yes.
and learn from them
Yes.
Yeah.
quicker.
Yes, and that is my soul decided this last breakup because I broke up with somebody that I deeply loved and cared about and that I deeply admire and respect.
Mhm.
But there was something in me that said, you got to go. Like, you have to go. And that was so hard to face him and say, it's just, I don't know, my spirit is just pulling me in a different direction. I wish
Yeah.
I had something more for you.
Yeah.
But when I look back in hindsight, I mean, my body was telling me in the beginning and I wasn't willing to listen. And so this decision has been so hard because we run in the same circles too. It's like most people can break up and be like, see ya. But he's also in recovery. He's also friends with so many of my
Mhm.
close friends. And so we have to coexist. And
Which is another great lesson
Yeah,
to learn.
totally.
It's so beautiful.
yeah.
But how hard?
Well, because one of my biggest soul corrections is taking on the responsibility of other people's feelings. That is my biggest Achilles heel. Like,
Oh my gosh, I have that so bad.
it is so. And so, again, God gave me this beautiful relationship with this man I respect that I have to walk away from. And then I have to not be responsible for his heartbreak, which is
Right.
has been so crushing at moments.
Yes.
But my soul decided after this, it was like, we're not going backwards anymore. Like, this unfolding is going to continue to happen and I'm going with life and I'm willing to do whatever to evolve.
Evolve.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like, if that means leaving somebody I deeply love and respect, I got to go. If that means walking away from a job that doesn't align anymore and not knowing how I'm going to pay my bills, got to go, you know?
It has to
And
align.
It has to align.
And have you ever found yourself in a relationship that you're like, this is not working at this time?
Mhm.
And then maybe they evolve, you evolve, and then it comes back together?
Mhm.
Or do you just say, okay, our time together is done?
That has been the experience for most all relationships. You know, I don't know that I can fully say that this connection with my ex is done forever. I don't know. I remember he asked me and I literally told him, like, I don't want you to wait around for me, but I can't tell you if this is done for I'm not God.
Yeah,
you know?
right. Exactly.
But I know it's not now, you
Yeah.
know,
Mhm.
and I'm also don't want to leave you with any false hope. So
Right.
go your separate way, I'll go mine, and if it works out, then it works out, you know?
Mhm.
But if not, I'm okay either way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one of the things I loved when we met the other day is that you listened to your intuition so strong that you were, we were talking about your podcast and everything and what you were thinking. And it was like, are you going to have a co-host, what have you? And you were like, there's something external pulling you and guiding you, and it's so powerful. You're like, no, everything I vision it's me.
Yes.
And this
How does somebody get to that
peace.
ability to allow those forces to take over, like to guide them? So to
Such a
speak?
great question. Yeah. I think 'cause we've been taught for so long that our emotions are irrelevant, and they're actually the most important thing and tool that we can use. And so many of us ignore emotions, but they tell us something, right? They tell us something, whether it's, oh, I'm feeling anxious, but none of us slow down enough to say, what is this?
Yes.
You know, anxiety, what are you trying to tell me?
Right.
Fear, what are you
Something's
trying
going
to tell
on.
me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or if I've overcommitted or agreed to something that doesn't align and I feel a feeling and an emotion, am I going to listen to that, or am I going to, forge forward and you know what I mean? So it really is so simple, but it's simple but not easy, right?
Right.
The information I'm giving you is kindergarten, right? It's like, oh, an emotion's coming up. Ask myself, what is this? And then trust that I'm supposed to listen and act, even if it doesn't make sense. Right?
Yes.
But we
Instead
are
of squashing it and
Yes.
pushing it down and
Yes. But we're
I'll
full
deal with
of
that
fear.
later.
Exactly. We're full of fear. I don't want to let people down. I don't want to walk through, potential rejection of doing something on my own. I don't want to break someone's heart, right? It's like these are all the reasons that come up that keep people stuck where they're at.
Right.
And it's like you abandon yourself. Like
You're preaching.
Yes.
You're preaching to the choir over here.
Yes.
I love this. Have you read the book No Bad Parts?
No, but I've heard of it.
Okay, highly recommend it. It talks about all of those voices are usually attached to something that happened in your past. And so turning those off and letting them know, I'm an adult. I can handle life right now. Thank you for your advice.
Yes.
Thank you for your recommendation. But I don't need you to guide my life anymore.
Yes.
And that's what
From the past, letting
the
some of that
past.
go.
Yeah. I don't need.
But also listening to your inner feelings.
Yeah.
Sure, listen to them. They're saying something.
Because I think what you were saying when you were in other relationships too, there were probably plenty of signs, maybe this isn't right, or a job that wasn't right. But instead you're like a people pleaser, as you said. Or you feel other people's emotions and you don't want to let them down.
Yep.
And so then you just fall into these same trends over and over again. I completely hear that.
I'm going to send you guys something. I wasn't sorry for looking at my phone.
No, you're
on Facebook, there was Love Again Jen. That's her tag. She talks about where we're trying to get in life. But we spend so much of our life in the guilt and shame, that section. We never get to courage. We never get to willing. We never get to accept. We never get to wisdom. We never get to love. We never get to peace.
Yes.
The second mountain. But that is, for me, I feel like a lot of addicts spend their whole life in that guilt and shame cycle, just fighting that area, and they can't get to the next level.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what you're going to share. You're going to be sharing,
Yes.
because I think you're there. You're on the roadmap. You're on your way there.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for interrupting, but I love this conversation.
Well, I feel like most of my life, the decisions I've made are based off of not feeling guilty. Like I didn't want to feel like I was letting anybody else down.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, I wasn't doing what was best for me. I wasn't listening to my spiritual guides. I wasn't allowing to be led because I was so busy trying to avoid
The
feeling
guilt and the
guilty.
pain.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Taking
And-
care of you.
Yes.
You know, like protecting you from having negative feelings.
Exactly.
And
Yes.
it's like just self-abandon after self-abandon
Oh
after
my
self-abandon,
gosh,
right?
self-abandon.
And then you're like, man, I just woke up one day and I was like, I am done playing small. Like this idea that being small serves the world is so backwards. Like we all have a purpose and a light and a message to carry that connects us all, that like elevates other people. And like this idea of playing small is literally insane. It's like, how does that serve anybody? You know?
And so explain to all of us, what do you mean playing small? I mean, I think I know, but I want to hear it in your words. What is playing small?
Yeah, like that if I do something like start a podcast or, put myself out there or shine bright and big, right? because it's my birthright and your birthright and your birthright, right? If I do that, then I'm going to be perceived as conceited or full of myself, or who does she think she is, or, whatever, right? And I let those dialogues keep me small because it's like, I'm a humble woman. I'm a spiritual woman. I don't want people to think that I think too highly of myself or whatever. And it's just missing. So staying small to like not let anyone else think that about me, And in turn, like,
You're not being authentic.
I'm not being authentic. Yeah, I'm not being authentic, and I'm not reaching the people that I need to be reaching,
I love this conversation. Okay, I just had this conversation with Gertie. We have a mutual friend that she lives really small. Most spiritual human being in the world, but she lives really small, and she hides her light. Hides her light. But when she shares her light, it is the brightest friggin' light.
Oh.
Yes.
But she doesn't share it.
Yes.
And that's what it is. You're going to share your damn light.
Yes.
It's not about conceit. It's not about, you're sharing your light.
Yes.
And the light, I don't know, puffer outers. The out switch. It could be yourself.
Yes.
It could be your own internal dialogue that has been influenced by so many other things. It can be the haters, the bots, all that as well. Don't read that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm just like, that is you.
Yeah.
I tend to try not to, I live in guilt all the time. I try to avoid, but when I see, even when I go, like I'll go on TikTok and I'll start reading some of the little comments and I want to write something like, hey, what's wrong with you? Why are you writing that to somebody?
Why are you puffing out light?
Why are you puffing out light?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
You need to help them shine.
Yeah.
But
that's
then,
what this is all about.
Turn
the light on.
I know when I have said something, then they start like targeting you all of a sudden. I'm like, wait, where am I getting all these mean things? I'm like, you're not being a nice person.
Yes.
Let them live their life
bright
God. And bold. And there's nothing wrong with that.
And in the world, don't you just want everybody to turn their damn light on?
Live and let live. We need it.
My
We need
gosh.
it. Especially now. My God.
Oh my gosh.
That was kind of what I woke up to was like, oh no, girl, you're like here to connect people. You're here to share. You're here to bring light together. Like that is for source. That is for a bigger purpose. It doesn't even have anything to do with you. You know, like you're just a vessel.
Oh, vessel.
Yeah. So like the idea that like I need to be small and like it just doesn't even match.
Right.
It doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
So it's all ego. It's all because there's two egos. There's ego outward and ego inward. It's like, I'm humble. I'm spiritual. I need to be small. I need to be, have humility, blah, blah, blah. And then there's the ego outward where it's like the opposite, right? They're both equally harmful.
Right.
And they're both equally helpful. It's just navigating them.
Yeah, the balance of that where it's like the purpose of like, what am I sharing this for? Is this coming from a place of fear, from a place of love, So
good. And then what guides you?
That's a great question. What guides me is, I think, a few things. Obviously, the creator, right? But my intuition, my higher self, my friends, I have my light team, there's so many forces. I think about it like Snow White. You know how Snow White, like all the creatures and all the seven dwarfs, they're just like obsessed with her. They love her. That is what it's like. Like we all have these forces,
I know,
unseen and seen, all around us, just like pushing us forward, And it's like it's so cool because I had to. A couple of my friends had to be like, buy the fucking equipment. Like you have to do it, And that's God channeling through them. Like she's not moving her fucking feet. You need to get her to like move her feet, you know?
Yeah.
So it is seen and unseen forces that are just moving us along.
I love
you
the
know?
Snow White thing.
I love the Snow White. And I love how you said light team.
Yeah.
Because we'd call it like a squad, but I love the word light team because they're helping to keep your light going.
Oh my God.
And they're not going to puff it out.
Yes.
They're going to build you up and they're going to help guide you and even help you see the vision that you're standing in the way of.
Yes.
And even when they try to turn, The Mountain is Me.
Yes.
The Mountain is Me. That's a great book too.
Yep.
The Mountain is Me.
Yes, I love it.
Shelly loves self-help books so much.
Girl, it's the only books I get to. I get it.
Second one, The Mountain is Me. The Mountain is You is what it's. But it's so it's good stuff.
I need the brochure
No bad
version
parts.
of them.
No bad parts. So good. So I mean, you're
is-
preaching all of it. You're preaching all of it.
You are in her wheelhouse.
I know.
I'm just sitting there like
Yes.
because you're in the damn guilt and shame circle.
well, I know. But that's how we were brought up.
Yeah.
We were brought up that
Exactly.
way. Like how you were talking about loyalty towards your mom. We had a lot of that with our mom, and we love her very, very much, and she's passed. But there was always this, you didn't want to do wrong by her because it was going to build guilt.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah.
And I've said this, like when our mom passed away, sorry, Mom, that it was like a release from prison.
Yeah.
In a way. Yeah.
It's an energetic thing, right?
Yeah,
Where it's
it's
like,
like-
oh, I can like expand now.
I can turn my light on
Mm-hmm.
24/7.
Yes.
It doesn't have to.
You don't have to live in guilt.
I don't have
all
to
the
turn it
time.
off.
Yes.
When I'm in this area, I can leave it on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, and that's like that. I'm so glad you brought that up because it's like that is what our human minds think, right? It's like, I will win, Mom passes.
Yeah.
I can win, Mom passes. And it's like, there's no
wait.
judgment about waiting, right? But
Yeah.
it's like,
Don't get in your way.
we can
Start.
regardless, right? And
Regardless.
that is like,
Regardless.
that is what we, have to sift through. It's like, I am standing in my own way. And
Oh yeah.
I think you are going to have so much merch.
I know.
You're like light team.
Oh my God.
You
I
can,
love-
regardless.
Regardless.
maybe that'll be maybe the people on the other side of the
Light team.
podcast will be my light team.
I
Oh,
love
yeah.
that.
We'll see. I'm still figuring that out.
Group. Oh,
I love that.
Still
Having
trying to figure that out.
crew is so good.
Oh,
Having
yeah.
a nickname for your crew.
Yeah. I
So
love it.
now you are not
the
standing in
light
your way
team.
anymore. You are
We're ready to shine.
Ready to
and we're
shine.
holding spotlights for you.
Oh
going,
my
go,
God.
Go.
Well, and like you guys were part of it for
I have
me
goosebumps.
because that's what I was saying is like I needed people who were going to push me
Mhm.
out of my comfort zone,
Yeah.
right? Because I fawn. I like yes, and I see the dream, I see the vision, and I'm like, and then I need people to push me,
Yeah.
and not forever, but right now,
Yeah.
that's what I'm moving through. And
Oh yeah.
when my friends were like, buy the fucking equipment, I was like, okay, and I did.
Oh.
And I wanted to share this because this is so cool. The universe moves with us the minute we take action, right? The minute we move.
Yep.
I swear to God, I bought the equipment and Danielle called me the same day. And you had your equipment out and she called me and she was like, girl, this is such a God moment. One of my clients' moms had her podcast stuff out and I just got to talking to her and told her one of my best friends wants to start a podcast and you were like, oh my gosh, share your info with her. And literally like the universe moved the moment I did,
Oh,
like the moment I took an action, it was like, here,
Let's go.
and you were ready to receive.
Let's fucking
and that's
go.
how all of us are.
Yeah.
Like we're all tapped into that
And
experience.
I want everybody to know this has been 2 weeks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
This has been 2 weeks.
Crazy. I mean, it is so cool and like
Yeah.
just so eternally grateful. And also just like the safety net is always there waiting
Yeah.
for us when we take the jump for every single one of us.
Yeah.
Right. I
But-
love that you said the universe moves when we move.
Yes.
There, it's ready to go. It's waiting
ready
on
to
you.
go. Yes.
The world is your oyster. You don't have
Yes.
to like
Yeah.
just sit and hope.
No.
Well, it's not going to come and pick you up and
Yes.
do it. Here's a mic. Do
Yes.
something.
Yes.
It's like,
Well,
It's
that
not
was
going to
exactly
do that.
it. I waited my whole life. I waited for life to come to me.
Yeah.
Relationships, I never went after life. I never went after partners. They all came to me. They all came to me.
Well, because you do attract.
Well, but
You attract, but what you were attracting probably
Meow.
wasn't what you wanted to attract.
And
or
not
what you
always,
needed.
but it was like I just, with jobs, with anything, it was like I just waited around life to come to me, and it's like, go get it. Go get life.
Go get
You
life.
know,
Get
like
it.
it's waiting for you.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah.
It's not going to deliver the life that you want sitting on your couch.
So you're an
Like,
ex-Fawn Club member.
I'm trying. I wish I could. One day I'll fully say that. But you know what, though? Like, honestly, the last month and a half, 2 months, I haven't fawned much.
Yeah.
So maybe I am in the ex-fawn club.
No.
Oh, I'm definitely a fawner.
Oh, she is.
And I'm a fleer.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
bye.
She's
Yeah.
like this. She's like,
I'm going to leave you before you leave me. Don't, you know? Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this is so exciting.
Oh,
so
my- okay.
you are starting your
Okay.
podcast.
Yes.
And we know that you're going to be a huge hit because you're
Yes.
exactly what people need right now.
yes.
Because right now, so many people are living in this no light, no energy. They're fawning and they're fleeing and they're not
they're
facing.
stuck in the shame guilt
They're
spiral.
stuck. And just being around you when we went to have lunch, I was like, she's got it. She
Oh, yeah.
has that light. You
Uh-huh.
can tell. You're like ready for it, and it is ready for you.
Yes.
So you have a great message that you'll be sharing on spirituality, finding your light, going and getting it. You can talk about your past, but it looks like you're ready to talk about what's coming up,
Mhm.
what's not in the way, what you're taking down, and you're ready for it. So
Mhm.
when are you thinking you're starting? When are you going to start recording?
Wherever
Yeah.
you are.
So
What's the name of your podcast?
Yeah, so the podcast is called Cord of Connection. And the whole idea is that there is this cord that connects us all and connects us to the divine, right?
Yes.
And we all need each other and we all need the creator. And so that is kind of the idea of like, it's what is it, 5 degrees of separation or 1 degree? I don't remember what it is, but that's, essentially the message is that when I connect to you, I connect to the person I need to connect to, and you know what I mean? It's
Right.
just this beautiful synchronicity.
It's a network. Yeah.
It's a network, yeah.
And like you were saying, you had that connection, that cord was drawing you to your siblings.
Mhm.
And now the cord is it's drawing you to all these different
Mhm.
adventures.
Exactly.
And you have a presence online on TikTok and Instagram. And what I like about what I hear is that you have that spirituality and that connection to God, but you're so real and you're so authentic. And yeah, you're not like living there holier than thou. You're living in the real world of I'm a human, an imperfect human as we all are, but I'm human, and with my humanness and my humanity, I'm here to connect with people, to put that cord and throw that cord out and so people can grab onto it. So
Yes.
I think that's what I love so much. And then I also, when you were talking about your, how you also are into horoscopes and how that guides you and how you have like
That's
spiritual guides, and it's just the whole thing. Like you're creating a religion of where it's not just one thing. It's multifaceted.
Yeah. It's just there's so many resources that are just like illuminate the roadmap of our soul print. Like this, like it is ingrained. Our destiny, our path, everything is written in the stars. And it's like, are we going to tap into that or not? And it's okay if we don't. Many of us won't.
Right.
In this lifetime.
That's
right?
true.
But I am fucking determined to,
I love it.
That's just like where I'm at. I'm like, all right, I'll do whatever shadow work. I'll do whatever. I mean, the last few days have been full of pain and moving through like some old stuck patterns. And we're in the middle of this, we're in eclipse season in between this massive energetic portal, and like all my old shit is coming up. And so, yeah, that's what this is about, is like we all experience these things, and how have I managed to overcome? How have the people in my chair overcome these things, and how have they used this for their purpose?
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
So I think we're gonna push to launch on October 20th.
Yay.
I have scheduled the first couple of people, so my first recording will be on the 27th. So I'll definitely need y'all's
September.
help. I don't know. I'm like,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
September 27th.
So easy.
And then I have one scheduled for the 29th. I'm trying to get like 8 done before the launch date was my goal.
Yes.
So that I'm not like, you know.
Yes.
And I have to say, this is what I was trying to pull up, is you're on our website now. And so you can see Danielle, and you took the cutest pictures, like who's gonna join my, there's an open chair.
Yes.
Like who's coming in, who's gonna put a light in that damn chair.
That's right.
So we're very, very excited. Yeah, we'll get all that done.
But again, Danielle, don't be afraid to just talk yourself, because you have such a great story to share.
Yeah.
And your truth is a lot of people's truth. And your journey is what a lot of people are struggling through.
Yeah.
And the fact that you were able to listen to the things around you that were giving you those clues,
Oh, so
Yeah.
that
so
your
mindful.
heart was open to it,
Yeah.
and you did it at such a young age. I know you're probably like, I don't know, I'm not that young, but a lot of people don't start this journey until so much later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when they've destroyed relationships, when there's no going back, when maybe they've destroyed, physical things,
Yeah.
but I love that your journey is that we can all be on with you, and we can all be part of your light team, because I think that watching other people live in their best life is what I love to see. I love to see people doing their art, doing their passions. It's so exciting.
It's so exciting.
Yes.
Or
is.
being their silly selves, or just living their best life is ultimately what we should want for everybody.
Yes.
Because when people aren't living their best lives, when they're surrounded by hurt and pain, then they hurt other people.
Hurt people.
And, we should want peace and love for everybody. And when we all start wishing that for people that you don't even like in this world, but if they could find their peace and love, then they're not going to hurt.
Yeah.
They're not going to hurt you. They're not
Agreed.
going to hurt other
Yeah.
people.
Agreed.
They're going to live their best lives. And
They're not
going to live our best
They're not going to
lives.
con people.
Yes.
Oh, I know.
Yes.
We're really into the con artist thing
Yeah.
right now. We're like, why would people do that?
Such a dark light.
It is.
So
It
we're
is.
we're thinking about dropping your first episode on. I'm going to push you a little bit.
She said
October 20th.
Yes, October
Okay.
20th.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
We were
We're
talking 20th, 27th, but
No,
okay.
but
Okay.
I'm gonna push hard for 20.
Okay.
you can do it.
Yes.
You're going to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And remember, it doesn't have to be perfect.
Well, it doesn't. You know what's funny is I want to share this. This is so cool.
Go.
So I see this intuitive coach sometimes over the phone. She's a psychic. She reads
Is
your
her name
energy.
Nicole Parrish?
No. Her name is Stephanie Yonan, and
Yeah.
I will have her on my show one day. But she is an intuitive coach. She reads your chakras and like where are they currently, and she communicates with your higher self. And so there's all these messages from your higher self, right? And I've had such a profound experience the couple of times that I've done it. The last time that I saw her, she said, I feel like there is a feminine energy moving towards you for collaboration. Literally. And she said, related to your career. And I was like, and then it clicked this morning. I was like, holy shit.
It's us.
That's y'all.
It's Shody.
It's mainly Shelly.
It's the light
Her
team.
feminine vagina energy takes over a whole space.
You could smell it from here.
Stop.
But one of the other things that she said to me was, you have to start putting stuff out. You have to start putting stuff out. Don't worry about it being perfect. Don't, like, your journey right now is just to put it out. And I'm like, you know?
Everybody wants the authentic.
I know.
If they wanted not authentic, they would be listening to AI podcasts.
Yes, it's true.
Well,
It's
or
true.
just watching like fake TV.
Movies.
I mean,
Yeah.
look at how much the reality shows have grown, and a lot of it, I mean, if it's done correctly, a lot of it can be very authentic. And podcasting is growing because people want to hear authentic stories.
Yes.
And they can sniff out a fake and a phony.
Yeah. True.
And
We
they,
all
I
can,
mean,
yeah.
and Mel Robbins, probably one of the most popular. I think she's #1 podcast right now. She is messy. She is a messy, beautiful human, and with the biggest light, and there's a lot of tweaks in her, sound issues and stuff like that in her podcast. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. I mean, I've burped and tooted on the podcast. You just say, "Excuse me," or you go, "Georgia, stop that," to your dog.
Thank goodness background sounds get
We can dust for that.
burp.
Oh my God, that's so good.
Well, it sounds like you're living in your passion right now. And so that's probably something that's really like feeding your soul. And it's probably taking up a lot of your time and your creative energy. But what are some things that you like to do for fun out in this Austin town that, maybe people can see you in the wild? They'll be like, there she is. Danielle.
She's at the gym.
I tell you work out.
I do like going to the gym. I love I walk 3 miles every day. I really look forward to that in the morning just to like get grounded and connected. I can listen to podcasts or whatever. I like hiking.
Nice.
I like shopping.
That's why you and Danielle are friends.
Yes. Going to
Loves to
different
shop.
restaurants.
What's your favorite restaurant?
What is my favorite? Abba's probably I'm a Mediterranean freakazoid.
Yeah.
That place is amazing.
It's gorgeous too.
It's gorgeous too. It's got such a fun
Vibe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Matt's is probably one of my favorite Mexican restaurants.
Yeah.
It's just fun.
The
and chill.
atmosphere's fun.
The people watching is
The people.
fantastic.
Yeah.
And it's just like old Austin.
Yeah.
Their vegan bowl is top notch.
Yeah, they have a great vegan bowl.
Oh, good to
Mhm.
know.
Mhm.
What's y'all's favorite restaurants?
Oh, gosh. Well, really, I like to eat my husband's cooking. It's very
Oh,
good. He's
nice.
the best cook that I like.
That's what we always say. Best food in Austin, John wins.
Yeah. But I just like to try new places. I've been really into more of the French cuisine lately. But I've been really like Hopfields and Epicuri. They're fresh.
Check out Yamas.
Yamas is great. That's Greek food.
Greek.
Really
Where's
good.
that? I'm like, maybe I'll go there.
It's over off of Hancock and Balcones.
Okay.
But yeah, we just like to explore all new places. If I can find a new place and go, oh, okay. I do love privately owned restaurants. I'm not much for like the big, chains, but I will go to Chili's and Taco Bell.
Talk about. Hey, who's on your laminated list?
Okay.
Do you know about the laminated
No.
list? Did you watch Friends ever? Friends?
Yes.
Okay.
Years ago.
Ross had a laminated list of people that if he ever ran into them and there was an opportunity to have sex with them, he
Oh,
could
shit.
have sex.
Oh, shit.
And there's a whole thing where they ask that he removes somebody because he's like, I'm never going to run into her. And then he runs into her.
Oh, my
And
gosh.
she's like, I'm not on your list anymore. Anyway, it's very funny. We like to talk about laminated lists
But
a lot.
our laminated list has been modified because we're women of a certain age.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's not a sexy time. Shelly just wants to hang out with people and laugh with them.
I want to,
Like Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler's.
So mine are a bunch of dead
Right.
people.
Yeah.
So like,
Laminated.
Who's on your,
Frank
and it's
Sinatra.
anybody you want to spend time with.
and it could be
Yeah.
like a musician that you just want to hear their great music or a spiritual connector.
Yeah.
It could be somebody you want to have sexy time with, but who would you want to either hang out with or spend time with in whatever capacity?
Marianne Williamson, for sure. She's like my OG teacher, spiritual teacher. You know what? I am the worst when it comes to like actors and famous
Yeah,
people.
me
and,
too.
like, I just am. I'm like, oh my God.
You know that one from that one movie?
Yeah,
Like,
people are like, what?
Exactly. Do it like that. It's
Yeah.
like,
yeah.
He was on a soap opera when he was 12.
Yeah.
Like, yes.
To be honest, I know, and this is so funny, back to like just being authentic and human and spiritual, is I told Jody that I'm going to see Lil Wayne tonight.
Little Wayne.
My gosh.
I would fucking hang out with him while he
Heck yeah.
blew a blunt for any day. You know what I mean? Any day.
Well, I love to watch people in their art.
Yes.
I would love to just watch like a really great artist.
Yeah, like
you
Teddy
know,
Swims. I'm like,
Yeah.
I just
Oh
want to
my
hang out with
gosh.
Teddy Swims.
anyone playing a guitar,
Yeah.
Yes.
playing an instrument. I'm just like,
John Mayer and his
Yeah.
guitar.
Their creative
Yeah.
expression. When they are
Yes.
anchored in their creative expression,
yeah.
I could cry.
yes, me too. It's
Yeah.
not so much about, it makes you sexier when you're doing those things, but it's more about
Agreed.
like just watching someone play a sport or play a
Mhm.
guitar or, you know, paint a beautiful painting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
But
know.
I
I'm just
do
into
you
that.
think it is, and I don't know if this is true, but I feel like it is. It's because their light is on.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, you can
It's
see
We're
it.
because
not
they're
attracted to the people. We're attracted to the light. I literally heard that earlier.
Yeah.
Mhm. Sorry.
From one of my teachers or mentors, and it's so true.
Mhm.
Like that,
Uh-huh.
he said. So that's why when the person dies, like they're not. They look different.
Mhm.
They're not. We're not attracted to the person. We're
Yeah.
attracted to the light that
The
fills
light.
the person.
Right.
Yeah. And
That
so
is
when
a-
they are,
That is so funny.
yes,
This leans into one of my favorite subjects to talk about is I'm awkwardly sexy. People are attracted to me and they don't know why. They're like, it's so
your
funny.
light.
It's my friggin' light. They
Yes.
love my
You are,
friggin'
and
light.
I've watched
It's
you
so-
when your light's on, and it is very like it pulls people in.
Like the other day, the bartender at at Hotfields, he was like all up in my business, like, and it was like,
Yes.
what's okay?
Because you're
Well,
authentic.
I saw it. We went to this event over on over in Kyle, and Shelly got out. They had all these DJs there. It was like a music event. And she gets out there and just starts dancing, and then all these people start swarming around her. And I was like, yeah.
Yes.
And then the people that were too shy to dance were like, I just love her. Over back at the table. She is just
Yes.
so
but
great.
people are like, I don't know why, but
It's 'cause
I'm
your light's
attracted to
on.
you.
I
And it's
love
like,
it.
I don't know.
I think she's telling you why.
Yes.
No,
It
no.
is 100%.
Well, I'm telling y'all why, because it's the light.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it's the light.
And Jody, how has that been for you? Like being no, seriously, because my best friend has always said that about me, and
Oh.
she's had her own journey of being like okay with that, and not being. You guys are sisters, so it's probably different.
Oh, I love when people are living out loud.
Yes.
I don't, I look, we just, before you came, we had her mother-in-law, Suzanne, and not the one right before, but before that. And she has a light, but it's not
It's
like
more.
a giant, like
Yeah.
searchlight or
Yeah.
anything, but it's just this little
bright light.
light. And then I like anybody to show their light.
Uh-huh.
So watching her in public have her light on cracks me up.
It does.
Yes.
And I just love watching people around her. And then,
Like-
I mean, I can't tell you how many times it's like, Shelly, you were my very best friend in elementary school. She's like, yeah. But she means it like, well, you were too. I love everybody.
You. Love
but
you.
she's like,
yeah.
I was everybody's best friend. Like everybody loves Shelly. Growing up, I think it was a little harder because it was like, oh, there's Shelly's sister. Nobody knew my name.
Right.
Now I'm like, I love it. I'm like, please, please, please. So, and I just hitched my wagon to the ride. I'm
Well,
just like, all right, I'm just
But
going to go on.
love that.
this is what's become beautiful with the podcast is her light is on.
Totally.
Oh.
And now we get to sit here and I get to see her light.
Yes.
And I love it so much.
Well, but that's what's so interesting to me is like you do too.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
well, that's
You do.
1,000.
No, you absolutely do have
That's
your
nice.
light is
That's
on.
nice.
It
Thank
is.
you.
You know?
Watching her teach when she was teaching,
Oh,
walking into her
I
classroom,
love
it
to
was like,
teach.
holy crap.
That's where
Yes.
Yeah, it was
In your
her
element
love.
thing.
It was her
Yeah.
art. It was her passion. It was, oh my gosh, I love this conversation so much.
Yeah.
Yes.
And this
so
is what we want for
true.
everybody. So you're
Totally.
going to teach people
Turn
how
your
to,
damn light on.
and
Yes.
also teach people how to put a light team together.
Yeah.
yeah.
Because
It's
some
important.
people do not surround themselves. They do not know it. But some of those people that you think are in your light team are not in your
Mhm.
light
They're,
team.
they're over there cutting the wires.
Yeah.
Yep. But I think once you raise your vibration by doing the internal work, those people can't even reach you.
I know.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like it
Yeah.
kind of organically happens, right? Where it's like all of a sudden I don't even have people that could reach me like that, you know? And the people around me are people on the same path who are like determined and who are real and, you know? And so
You're so
I think
young
we
and you're
always
on the
have
way
to
to the
look
second
inward.
mountain. Oh my God. I
She's
love
going to
it.
create a third mountain.
No.
She is.
But
She
yeah,
is.
we always have to. If we have those kind of people around us, it's signaling to look inward. Girl, what are you emitting
yeah.
here? What are you? How are you not in your
Yeah.
authenticity because you're attracting
Mhm.
that energy?
And the whole con thing, because it's in my algorithm right now. The con people is, I said this the other day, not to blame the victim at all, but you gotta do some self work that you're attracting a con.
Yes.
You gotta do
also,
some self
the universe sends you red flags.
Yeah, and you didn't
Yep.
read it. Why didn't
There's
read
some
it?
giant red flags.
Yeah.
And you
Yes.
were so blinded by, or you had, you know, something in your past that you were trying to fill. I don't know.
That's exactly it, right?
Yeah.
And it's like I need to identify that. What is that? Because that is the problem.
Yeah,
You know, not the con.
Agreed.
The con's is
No.
illuminating the problem.
exactly.
You know?
He's showing you, he or she is showing you what's going on with you.
Yes,
Yes.
the holes in
Like
your
you were
vessel.
saying,
Everything.
it's not,
Ugh.
they're not the problem.
Yes.
I am, oh my gosh.
Yes.
I can't wait to ride this.
This is so great.
This is
I
so
know,
exciting.
it's been so-
Oh my
Okay,
God.
you're going to do great.
October 20th.
We are here to support.
Yep.
Shelly is the main supporter. I'm more of like, just tell me what to do.
That's not true.
And then I won't do
That's
it.
not. No.
That's not true.
No.
But we are here to support you, and we cannot wait
Oh,
for this
so
journey.
excited.
I'm
Cord
so
of
excited.
connection.
Cord
Danielle
of
Cobb.
connection.
Danielle Cobb.
I'm so
Go
excited.
sit in that chair.
Yes.
Show us your light.
Yes.
Join the light team. I love that.
I'm just excited to to be attracting the most amazing people
Yeah.
in the chair. You know, I'm starting with my closest circle and then a few other people, light workers and other people. But like, I'm excited to share them with you.
I know.
They're equally as powerful. And so
Exactly.
it's just like,
That's
you know,
that's what we love is
Fun.
sharing.
I like the story.
sharing what we're adjacent to. I love it.
yes. So
Oh,
So you're
my
the cord
gosh.
of connection, and we're the adjacent to
Yeah.
great.
We're adjacent to the cord of
Yes.
connection.
Yes.
yes, I love it.
All right. Well, we're going to let you get to
Keep
work.
your damn light on.
You got some work to do, sister.
Yes, I know. I do.
And you got to get to Lil Wayne.
I gotta get to Lil Wayne tonight.
Oh my God.
I gotta go
Shoot
pick
all
my
the
whole
videos.
outfit.
Shoot all the
Go get your
videos.
hoe outfit.
Shoot lots of videos. We
Yes,
can't wait.
I'm gonna be
Yeah.
contact high. I need to like bless myself before I go in there.
Yeah.
I am safe and protected.
It doesn't. It
I've
doesn't.
had some
it doesn't
contact
count.
eyes.
It doesn't count. If
It
it's
doesn't
a
count.
contact.
It's a freebie.
Okay, it's a freebie. Still sober. Still sober.
I'm just adjacent to it.
I'm adjacent to it. That's right. Oh, amazing.
All right.
Oh
well,
my
we are
God.
so excited. Anyway, closing it out. Texas.
Yeehaw.